That old man was staring at me. Anyways, hi, hello from my car sushi. I just drove in from Dallas. Insert clips of the things that I recorded while I was in Dallas. I'm in Austin now. Globetrotter, let me tell you what. And I'm going to a book event tonight at BookPeople. So I figured I would record the experience because I've never been to a book event. And I'm kind of excited. I think we just get the book. We're getting a discussion with Olivie Blake. It's for her new one, Gifted and Talented. I think there's a signing. I think maybe there's somebody else there to discuss the book with her. If not, it's just her. And the traffic's gonna be such a pain, and I'd like to get through that and whatever and decompress before I have to like do a very brand new experience for myself. So that's what we have planned today. I just basically picked up lunch from H-E-B, and now I'm gonna, I could go to a Barnes & Noble. Will I? I don't know. And there's people getting out of their car, so I'm gonna go.
And so I love the movie The Royal Tenenbaums. I love Wes Anderson's style. I liked the idea because, you know, cross medium a little here. I feel that Wes Anderson's style is very voicey. And he's doing something that's like very, you know, it leans very much, it's vibes, it's aesthetics. And I loved the way it created this story that was very grounded, but almost felt a little bit fairy tale. Like there were purposeful, silly elements, and I wanted to capture that tone. So when a work or an idea comes into my head, I know it's a short story or a shorter story if I know the ending. I think all of my short stories have not necessarily a plot twist, but kind of like a gotcha kind of moment. That's like, this is the kind of story you're in, surprise. And so if I know what that is, then I know it's short form, because in order to achieve that, because what it is that's plot. And I don't do that a lot in novel form. When I'm writing a much longer work, I don't know the ending, it's much more about the characters. It has to, by necessity, be the kind of thing that I discover along the way, so it's always about relationships.
There you go. Of course.
Okay, a couple of days later, sorry for the dishwasher in the background, I went to the book event at BookPeople for Olivie Blake. Oh my gosh, 10/10 recommend. Literally the worst part of it was just getting there, because if you're in Austin and you have to drive down South Lamar, you know. So, a little rundown of the event. We get there, we check in, they get a stamp on our hands, you get the book. And then they had the second floor like set up with chairs, first come first serve. So I picked my seat, and I kind of wandered around, but I was like nervous that people were gonna think like I was holding a seat for no reason. So I always kept coming back to my seat. We were supposed to have like a second author come but she was receiving a reward to, like, I guess ask Olivie Blake questions, and instead she just kind of like yapped. She gives very like quirky, fun vibes. I learned she's like a year older than me, which I find that very exciting to know that like she's 36 and living her best life. I don't know why, but I feel like the older you get, the more you really enjoy seeing older people enjoy their lives and like live their lives. But she yapped. I found out she's a Star Wars girly, so like the peak of her career, she feels like as of right now, was writing the story, like a short story for a Star Wars anthology. And yeah, she gives a little bit of quirky vibes that make sense with the like the stories that she writes. I feel like are a little quirky, which I enjoy, which is why I like her writing. And then after like an hour of her yapping, we went up to get our books personalized and signed. So she spent like, honestly, I was in the first batch of people, so she took, I feel like, about 30 seconds each person to like chit chat with them. Honestly, I'm sad I did not realize I could bring her other books, because I have January's. I have Alone with You in the Ether, Masters of Death, and one for my enemy. And because it didn't say anything about signing, like my other author event I'm going to later this month says that I can bring only 3 books. And I'm sad. However, when I talked to her and I told her I forgot my book, she was like, next time. And I was like, you know, you manifest that for me, babes. You come to one of my Texas cities, please. But yeah, it was exciting. I told her, I was like, I found you via fanfic. I said your fanfic. I was really down a Hermione hole back in the day. And sometimes I fear I could fall back into that hole, and that's why I haven't picked up fanfic again, because it's like, you know, if you know, you know. Like when you fall into one of those holes, you fall in deep. So it was exciting. They weren't doing like posed photos, but I did get like a video of me yapping with her, because I was like, I don't want a photo. Take a whole video of this entire experience. I need to capture my enthusiasm. So possibly I inserted the video, possibly not. But anyways, she seemed like a cool kid. I'm excited. I have not read this yet. She says it gave vibes for Masters of Death, and I picked up Masters of Death and then like soft DNF'd it. But I'm hoping, because this is like a sibling trio, which is a little bit more, I think sibling trios are my vibe, and I'm hoping that this is my vibe. It's getting good reviews, or I've seen people say that this really like wrecked them. And am I prepared to be wrecked again after like a whole week and a half of back-to-back wreckings? I don't know, but I'm excited. So that's all. If you're wondering what an author event is like, I hope that explained it. So anyways, okay, I'll see you guys some other time. Bye.